Hi, I'm Andy Mack from Akai Pro, and I have the pleasure of being down at Andertons today, and we're going to be going through the brand new update for Force 3.0.2. Now, with this update, we've added Splice integration, which enables us to move our samples directly from our Splice account into Force via Wi-Fi technology. And we've added time warp sync to our browser. So that means that we can preview all of our samples in sync with our master tempo, which is really, really cool because it gives you a lot of creative ideas when you're going through your sounds. So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to go over to Splice. I'm going to go through some sounds, and we're going to kind of go through some of the packs, kind of as if we're digging through vinyl. And I'm going to select some stuff into my account, and then we're going to move over to Force, and I'm going to walk you through the process of synchronizing both devices and how you can bring all these sounds and we can start making some music. So enjoy. So now I'm inside Splice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to browse some samples, and we're going to choose a few loops and stuff, and then add them to my account, and then transfer them over to Force via Wi-Fi. So you need to make sure that you've got your Splice application open, so you've logged into your account, and then I go to splice.com, and I'm just going to browse this like I'm in a record store. So I found this great pack called the Record Store Volume 2. I'm just listening to some of the sounds here. So this is the one that I really like. This is OS VTS 2, 90 beats per minute in E minor. So really nice vintage feel to that. And then we've got this one here, and then going to take a couple more down the bottom. Take that one there. And we'll chuck that in there as well. So I've got 4 sounds to download, tells me up here. So I'm just going to click download, and it will ask me if I want to use my credits, which I am. And now these will update into my Splice application. These will move across and will show recently added. So they're the sounds now. Got them over here. Now what I'm going to do is move over to Force, and I'm going to show you how to set that up directly with Splice so we can connect the devices together. So the first thing I need to do is on Force, I go to my preferences, and I need to connect to Wi-Fi. So I'm using my hotspot on my phone. So I've got that connected already. So you can use your home network or whatever you want to do. So I've made sure that both my devices are on the same network. So I've connected, I've gone to Splice, and now it says get a login code. So I just press this, and it's going to generate me a code, which I have here on the screen. So now what I need to do is go over to splice.com/link. And now it will ask me to enter my code. So my code on here, 2SM39T. Press link device, and now Force is instantly updated. Your device is now connected to Splice. So now we're done. I no longer need the laptop. I can now move this out the way, and we can start transferring our sounds directly from our Splice account into Force. So now that I've paired Force with my Splice account, we're going to bring all our samples in. So, and it's such a simple process. Now you can see that I'm logged into my account, and also I have the option to decide where I want to put these sounds. So if I want to use my own SD card or an internal SSD, I can just choose my location, and my Splice library will always be sent there. So it was super cool. So I'm using my 64 gig SD card where I've got everything on it, and the 4 samples that I took from Splice, which are those loops, it's already told me here I have 4 samples available to download. Now I've already got probably 3,000 or 4,000 sounds from my Splice account, which I've already transferred over. So we're just walking through the process of just adding new sounds to my account. So what I'm going to do, I go sync files, okay, and what it's going to do now is bring those samples directly into my library, which it's doing right now. And then as soon as it's done that, we're going to move over, go through these sounds, put them onto the clips, build up a drum kit, and just make some tracks from these sounds instantly. So now it's downloaded my sounds, press OK, and I'm going to go over to load. And now I'm going to go to Splice, And here you go. So I can see all samples by BPM, by instrument, by key, by pack, or by tag. So tag's really cool because you can go in if you want to find like kicks, snares, 808s, etc. But I'm going to go by pack. Now, the individual pack name for this is called, let's go down here. It's called Vintage Soul 2 Classic Hip Hop Records. So I'll go into here, into music loops, see if it's underaged. There we go. So let's put that onto a track. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a track here. So we're gonna go audio. And this is 90 beats per minute. So I'm gonna bring our tempo down to 90 BPM. Put it onto here. And now I can go to clip. There's my clip. 8 bars long, okay? So we're gonna go into the warp. So I'm gonna turn that off there. So now I've got my loop. What I'm gonna do, go to a new track, go to drums, and let's populate a drum kit. So I'm in my like kind of drum MPC layout now. So I've got 64 pads to work with. So let's go to packs, and let's go to the incredible sounds, which is here, the fantastic sounds of J Dilla. So what I'm going to do now is, well, I'm going to populate some kicks and snares onto this. Going to stop that loop for a second. So I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Find some nice kicks. There's a couple there. Let's go to hats. Find some really raw hats. There we go, and let's go to some snares. See what's going on there. And let's go claps. And some percussion. Shaker. Put one there. So now we've got a nice collection of sounds. Now, if you want to adjust the individual sounds and levels of the kit, hold down Shift, Mixer, and now the colors will be the same as your kit. And you can obviously as well recolor all of the individual hits as well if you want to do so. So, going to bring some of the hi-hats down. Maybe shaker. It's fine. So now we got our sounds here. So now we've created our drums. Let's go back over now to the matrix, and we're going to start our loop, which we've got here. And what we can start doing now is so let's just record our idea. Okay, really simple. We'll check our quantize. We want to swing this just a little bit. Okay, so we'll add the swing. Record. Swing it some more. Let's take it up to about 57. So let's go to our hats and shakers. take swing down a little bit. So there you go. We've just taken a melodic, took some drums straight from Splice, and just built an idea. So from here, you know, you could open up an audio track, start doing some vocal parts or whatever, bring in different types of vocal elements. So now that we've populated our drums and we've made our loop from our one-shots here, let's play these together. And what I've done, I've taken one of the bass sounds from the JD pack, put it onto track 3, and I've made it into a key group. So to do this is very straightforward. Bring in the sound, go shift clip, and you add the sound to the key group. So now we can play the bass. There we go. So we'll record this idea. Now just put in record. Here we go, 2, 3, 4. Go to our mutes. Now we can also take this drum kit, go to inserts, and let's put a lo-fi effect on it. Hit knobs, screen, and now I can see the effect. So let's bring this down. Mix that in with the original mix. And we'll do the same on the loop. Go back to mixer. Let's add the lo-fi on the loop as well. There we go. So you can see how easy it is just to take some melodics from Splice, take some drums from your credits, put them straight into Force via Wi-Fi, and just start coming up with instant ideas. And then also utilizing Force's onboard effects to just make these samples your own. So that Splice integration, you can also get from akaipro.com a free 3-month subscription to Splice, so you can get yourself going and see what incredible sounds that they have available. Now we've looked at Splice integration, let's have a look at the time and warp synchronization with our browser, which enables you to bring in sounds and audition them in real time and in sync with your tempo. So I'm going to hit track 1, go to audio, and I'm going to go track 2, and then press advance, and I'm actually going to populate, let's do 6 more audio tracks. So there we go. Start off with number 1, go to load, and I'm going to go to my clips and loops, and we're going to pick a category. So let's go to maybe house and see what we have here. So now I can go through different types of loops. So we can start off with that one. So now that loop's on here, we can start the loop. And now we'll go to track 2, find something to work over the top of this. Maybe a melodic. So we could add that straight away. Now, loop's finished, trigger. going to go to knobs as well, go to volume. So let's find some vocals. Add a vocal there. Another vocal. Here we go. It's going to work really nice. Track 4. So let's find our drums now. Get a nice drum loop running. Here we go. So we're going to put that on here. So now we can bring in our vocals. Now we can keep adding to this. Percussion. So you can hear how quickly you can come up with these ideas by just putting loops onto tracks and then just creating instant ideas from your loops, because everything's in sync. If you want to increase the tempo, take it down to 1, 2, 2. Go to, on a new track, load, clips, and we can go to, stay on house. We could go to top loops again. Maybe 4 loops. There we go, load. So now we've got that fill. Bring that in. Bring that in with our loop of percussion. Gotta find a